this is Mary and Eli. Vernon is behind the camera, and for quite a long time we would like to do a boat tour video of the outside and the inside. Last week you saw the outside of Trade Runner, and today we're gonna show how it is our little floating home. Let's go! So here the first place and the living place of this catamaran. It's a really nice opening with a double door that I really like because we have a really nice view when we are staying here, and it's really like being already outside. And we have a nice table and couch. Then we are eating and working sometimes. You can see in previous episode that when we were in Australia we did that because when we bought Trade Runner it was an empty space with garden furniture, and that was kind of okay, but because there were Japanese owners before, it was everything on the floor, and it's kind of nice, but it was not really comfortable for Vernon with his knees, and not really practical when you have guests, or yeah, like even with the baby, if right now I had to eat on the floor I would be a bit pissed. So yeah, we built that and it made some new storage. This table is foldable. I don't know if you say foldable for a table, but like it can go at this level and transform in a double bed if we are sailing, which is quite practical. We kept two of the garden furniture as a couch for the moment, but probably we're gonna try to change that. It's quite a nice 8 and things, but we would like in one piece to have kind of a single bed when we are sailing, when we can let the baby when he's gonna growing up, and probably put a barrier as a safety. When we are sailing it's a super comfortable place. We were a bit scared about the noise and the waves were slapping by under. A lot of the viewers were telling us that moving on a catamaran gonna be the big bad point, but actually we are quite surprised. In this boat, sometimes we have a wave slapping, but nothing terrible, like it's pretty comfortable. We have a nice ventilation because of these two windows. We are adding also a little bit of light. When we are sailing and there's not much waves, I can really have a good breeze inside. We have lights, we have LED lights, and they can be stronger or softer by the touch. It's a really fancy system. We have the same here. Can be even like just this small one when we are sailing. It's super practical, and we are using also some Christmas light just to have a really soft light when at night. As it is a performance cat, you can see it's not like a lagoon and things that there's no insulation. It's all in one block and everything is open. It's something that we really like. It's kind of minimalistic but really practical and super well made. As you can see, both sides are open. So for example, from the galley it's open and I can put the plate here and they are going directly in the table. Same with the navigation station, it's all open. Even if we have some storage or hiding a little bit, you can pass things super easily and the air is going through. We have a nice foldable mosquito nets for this door with a zippable door, so we can have breeze inside but being protected from the mosquitoes at night. We have on each side two of these windows who are not openable, and they have a shade fabric pin on it outside, and especially in tropical area like here we are letting it because it's a bit too bright inside and also for the heat. We have our EPUB just here, which is practical because when we are sailing I'm staying here and Vernon is in the cockpit, so it's easy to reach. And thanks to Jamie, because now we have a nice music system also in. So we have 2 speakers in the living room and we have also 2 outside. When we need to dance a little bit with the baby, it's perfect.
Okay guys, I'm going to show you the starboard hull, so follow me, we'll start up the front. Oh, hello my little darling. So this is Eli's room. Yep. He doesn't spend that much time in here yet. He's a bit small still, but we have given this one to him because it's close to us. We also keep the spear gun here. But he's got a good little window here that actually gets really nice cool air coming off the sea. I'll have to remember to close that when we're sailing though, because that would a lot of water come through. Got a massive hatch here. This is air conditioning coming in here. You can see up there the front beam goes through, and that up front there's a crash-proof bulkhead, so anything in front of that's just full of air. Very light, a lot of space for a little boy, but we need to install a fan in here. That's what we really need to install. Other than that, it's going to be a great space for him. We'll need to close this off with a net at some stage as well, so he can't escape. Keep him inside. And now going back, this is the master bedroom. This is where Marie and I live. Obviously here we've got a net on the bed because we basically keep Eli with us in the bed when he's having his afternoon nap or whatever. We leave him in there and he can't escape yet. This isn't, it's in a few months he'll climb over that, but we're going to get a better one. Here we've got a queen size bed. I think it's 2 meters by 180. That's really cool on a cat. On Schiehallion you've got the V-berth, but you can't get a proper mattress, or if you can, it's got to be a custom made thing. This we just ordered online. This mattress, it's a memory foam, awesome mattress, and it just boom, straight in there, so good. Got a nice fan in there, big hatch, air conditioning. When you're at anchor, which we are 99% of the time, the breeze is always pulling you straight in the front here. We've got quite a couple of lights, 2 or 3 fans in here. We've got a battery fan, storage for Marie's stuff. Under Eli's room there we've got quite a bit of storage too, and we keep spare sails, storm sails, a spare jib, epoxy and spares for fixing the boat and all that sort of stuff. We've got a little seat down here to get changed. We've got hanging shirts and stuff here. So here we've got quite a bit of storage as well. They're quite deep, these ones close, and we've got the steps to get up on the bed. I climb up on this one and throw myself over, but yep. We've got pretty good windows. You can wake up in the morning and look straight out. They're a little bit tinted and, well, dirty actually, but they are pretty good windows. We've got 2 little sort of platforms here we store stuff on. They've normally got a bit more junk on them, but we've cleaned it up specially for you. One thing I'll show you here, you'll have to come this way, camera lady. As Marie said before, it's a performance cat, so there's no headliners or anything, everything's here. And they're the stanchions, you see, they're not bolted through. But for example, this cable that runs to the light, there's just a tube that's been fiberglassed in, and there's, it's all sort of out in the open as such. Each room has cigarette lighter, well, 2 cigarette lighters for charging your stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Under the floor here's a bit of storage as well. We keep this area completely sealed off from mosquitoes from 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because this is where baby is. From early evening he sleeps in here, and so we close this all off. Okay, this is where we edit the videos basically. So it's got this nice chair that folds out, which is really comfortable. Little footrest on there, and it's really cool. Like, just sit here and edit. It's awesome. It's really cool. This is the big nav table. We've got a lot of maps under there, heaps and heaps. I haven't even been through them all, to be honest. There's heaps and heaps of laminated maps and paper maps, charts, all sorts of stuff. We keep our, passports and all sorts, playing cards and whatnot. Safety stuff for the boat. Here's the switchboard. So this boat was rewired in 2021, I think. It got hit by lightning, and so the insurance went through and did all these switchboards were custom made. New radio. We put in a new bigger inverter when we got the boat, because the one that was in there was only 300 watt. It's got fusion sound system, Victron gear through there. Yeah, I don't know, just all the normal sort of stuff here. Fair bit of storage under here. Here we've got the oversupply for the wind generator. If that gets filled, if the batteries is too full, this is the start battery for the engine. This side. Here we've got a daggerboard casing. So this angular thing, the daggerboard goes down on an angle. Over here we've got heaps of books. I probably should get rid of a lot of them. They're pretty heavy. But that's all navigation stuff or boat fixing stuff and boat records. A lot of the history of this boat, things like that. Here we've just got sort of storage. I've got some drone gear here. We've got like torches and lights, and then we've got a grab bag and a first aid kit there. This is just a bunch of odds and ends. This is Marie's handcrafting thing, and here we've got some battery charge and things like that. And now when I'm standing up on here, I'm going to duck my head a little bit because these are the engines in here, obviously one on each side. I'll open them up and give you a quick look. This boat had relatively new engines when I got it. I think 600 hours. I think we're up to 800 now. These are Nanny's. Basically, it's a Kubota. Nanny is a French company. It's a Marinized Kubota tractor engine. 3-cylinder, 21 horsepower with shaft drives. This is a hot water system comes off this one. The other side not. It's just this side's got a 20-litre tank here. So this big lump of metal, most production boats, this will be right at the back, probably in the back steps in the sugar scoop to get it out of the way. But that's terrible for weight distribution. So this has been put quite central with a long shaft that goes all the way back to folding propellers. And yeah, it's just a compromise. It is a bit of a bugger walking over it, but the boat goes much better because of it. We've got a extractor fan in each engine bay. Okay, here as well we have the hot water system I talked about. This is the hot water tank. It gets circulated through the cooling system in the engine, gives us the hot water. And up here I've got a Pelican case with all my camera gear and drones and stuff in it. I keep silica chips in there to keep the humidity at the right level. And here we've got some storage with, this is also camera gear and then baby stuff over there. Alright, back into the bathroom. This is actually the only room on the boat that has a door. But you need to have a door when you're doing your business, I guess. Especially when you've got guests on board. So this is quite a big bathroom compared to what we had on Schiehallion. It's quite roomy. It's not the coolest of rooms. We've got 2 hatches, but it is probably the hottest room we have. And we don't have a fan in here, which would probably be good, a bit of a fan to disperse the heat and the stench sometimes. But as you see, a lot of stuff. We've got big first aid kits. We've got we've got a little washing machine, which we've never used. Yeah, we've got, obviously a macerating toilet and there's a holding tank. This is all a holding tank in here. We've got a good view out the window when you're having a poop, which is pretty nice. We've got a big mirror. We've got a wet storage in there for all our wetsuits and Burke offshore gear, things like that. Lots of storage in here. We've got the shower. So I can do a full stand-up shower in here, but normally I sit down here and have my shower like this. It's quite nice. It's nice in Schiehallion. We have hot and cold water, and yeah, heaps of space. It's a good toilet. Down here we've got this is the sump where the shower water goes, but it's also the drip. The drips from the shaft coming in there also go out that bilge pump. We've also got here a big fire extinguisher. We didn't really show you that, but basically on every bulkhead through the boat there's a fire extinguisher on it. This is the biggest one. Yeah, this is it. How are you doing, baby? You getting bored with this boat tour? You don't even use the bathroom, do you? Because you just poop in your pants and then we change it.
Well, sometimes we have a shower here.
Oh yeah, you have a shower here with mummy sometimes, don't you? Yeah, but we like the showers on the sugar scoop more because you're into nature. Okay, I think that's it for this hull.
Let's visit the porthole now. We will start with the front. So here we have our storage place. We are trying to keep it not too heavy. We are not putting everything at the front because we want to keep the balance for sailing and keeping the safety. So here we have the drug. We have the sails, we have the generator, and all the things we are not using every day. It's a good place to store the things that we don't want to see every day. As you can see, we have a lot of nappies. I gave up about the washable nappies. I was really strongly thinking that I'm gonna do it on the boat, but it was really too complicated about the time it's taking, about the quantity of water it's taking to, yes. In the tropics, it was super hard to dry them. They were getting moldy. So yeah, at the end we are with the throwable one. It was not really my wish. But yeah, because there's not many good brands in Indonesia, we are stocking up when we are finding the good one for the baby. Here we are in the guest cabin. So as our bedroom, we have a queen size bed here. We have a storage. We have a pretty deep storage here. We can hang some clothes, shirts if it's not too long under the bed. Here we have a nice little tablet. You can keep all your books or little personal items. We've got a fan, a big hatch, and we have also this little hole going to the living room. I always really like them, like, because it's keeping some light inside, but it's giving also the privacy, like from the living room you can't see much. You have some other storage here, well, less deep. For the moment we are using them for the food, even if like we can move if we have guests, but yeah, it's the extension of the kitchen for the moment. And same some other deep one here with for the moment food. We have a good light here. We have good windows also. And yeah, like even the tablets here, like you can really like put a lot of things in this cabin. It's perfect to have some family, some friends, or even the top tier Patreon if you want to come one day. Like that's where you're gonna stay. So now we are moving on the kitchen. It's a pretty big galley. We have a nice double stove. We have toaster here. We have a lot of storage too. So here we are keeping the tea, the coffee, hot chocolate, the spices, all the everyday stuff like pasta, flours. I always have like big jars of them under the hand. And here it's all oils, vinegar and sauce. We have also like other storage for putting the food here. Other ones here who are pretty practical. We have a lot of space also to keep all of our dishes. It's like all handy to grab. I really like to have this fridge, and especially at this height, it's a really good point because even when you are sailing and it's moving a little bit, it's really at the right height so you can really watch what you are taking. We have a double sink, practical for doing the dishes. We were not having that on She Alien, and it's quite good to use the two. We have a tap with salt water and a tap with fresh water. So in general, we are doing the dishes with the salt water and just rinsing at the end to saving our water. It's drying here, like a lot of space too. So we have some more storage here for the cutlery and some tools for the kitchen. We have quite a lot. That's good. But there's also some not really perfect point about this galley. The first one is we have no oven, and I really like to bake, so yeah, it's a bit sad. I can do with the barbecue, then we're gonna show you probably in the next video outside, but it's not exactly the same, it's not cooking the same. Another point which is a bit sad is like we never want to put the peel of any organic vegetables and things because they would be rotten, we would have flies and things, so we would prefer to throw it by the window, but there's no direct access, so we always have to have a bowl here when we are cooking and we have to get outside, so it's not really practical. And the last thing, it's like this bench, maybe because it's old, it's keeping the stain, like it's a bit like porous I think now, so it's hard to keep it clean. So maybe we would change that at one stage. The good points of this galley is really about the lights for me. Like it's super good. You can really like see everything. I can turn it, yeah. And orient it. So at night it's really practical. I can do the food super good. We have good ventilation because the fan can be used here, and we can open also this hatch when I am cooking things so the heat is getting out. It's super good. And of course, in comparison of a monohull, you see it's not on a gimbal, and because I don't need a gimbal, it's really easy to cook on a catamaran when we are sailing. In both of this room, under the carpet, we've got other storage, then we can keep things that we are not using often. It's really practical. And here we have this weird shape because that's dagger bolts. And here it's also where the one of the engine is, but Vernon gonna talk more about that. Here we are in the back cabin, which is also the place we have the freezer. That's our main usage of this room right now. So it is on the first layer of fridge, and under deeper we've got a freezer. It's a really big one and really practical. I'm quite happy of it. We have some storage too here, pretty deep, where we are keeping our alcohol that I am not drinking because I'm breastfeeding. We have some other tools for the boat. This is one of my favorite items, the soda stream, especially in Indonesia, because the soda are way too sweet here. So I'm pretty happy to be able to do my own iced tea with bubbles or ginger beers. Here we have a decent single bed or a small double bed, depending. For the moment we are using as a storage, but it can be also used with guests, and it's a really nice place. It's not the best place if we are motoring because we are really close to the engine, so it's a bit noisy. But when we are sailing, it's one of the best places, definitely. It's the best place because of the balance and the height of the bed, so it's the place is rocking less. And yeah, we've got also a fan, we've got a light. The 3 hatches we have in this room are openable, so it's really a place that we can ventilate super good, better than some other place, so that's really good.
Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this second of our boat tours, the inside. Hope you get a good understanding of how we live on this boat and how it's constructed, and yeah, this is our home. You know, there's always better and there's always more and there's always this and that, but we're very happy. We've made our life on board. We've got a little family. And little baby loves it here. He doesn't care as long as he's with us, so we just try and keep it relatively clean, keep the mold out of here, and everyone's happy. I want to say a big thanks to our patrons.
Yeah, big thank you for all the support behind, and even for all the ones who are giving some PayPal sometimes, who are giving some tears in YouTube, or even like the one who can't but are really behind us, commenting and supporting all of our adventures is really important for us.
If any of you would be interested in becoming a patron, and we would love to welcome you. I mean, we put a lot of hard work and energy into these videos, and we make a living from this. This is our job, literally. So getting some reward for that from you guys who really enjoy and get something out of our videos is amazing. So there's a link in the description below. If you need to, shoot me an email. There's also a link for that. Ask any questions you want, but we'd love to welcome you into our little fan group, because we have really a good connection. We have a patron only chat group on Signal app where we talk and exchange pictures and information and advice for each other and that sort of thing. So it's really cool. We'd love to welcome any new patrons on board. And
you can also following our adventures on Facebook, Sailing Learning by Doing, and also on Instagram. And for the one who are interested, we can also put you in the mailing list. We have a monthly newsletter, then we are giving some updates in real time.
So as you've seen under here is all our contact stuff. We love to hear from people, so just hit us up. Don't be shy. Hit us up by email or whatever. There's so many different options, but we reply to everyone. We reply to every YouTube comment, every email, every comment. We reply. We spend a lot of time replying. We love it. Anyway, we'll see you next week somewhere adventuring something, but it will be aboard this boat and it will be with us 3. Bye bye.